I've been so excited to do this plan with me, and it's finally here. This is my Eras Tour spread for the week of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert. We went to night one of Wembley, the 21st of June, and it was amazing. So I had to commemorate it with a special spread. I did make this kit myself, so I won't be selling it because of like copyright infringement and stuff. But I really wanted to colour block the week because the eras have colours. So Beth, who I went to the concert with, she's on my PR team, helped me kind of like put together the kit in a way where we thought the colour blocking would work. So I'll explain that when I do the base. But I also have this amazing foil like overlay set from Josephine Bow Designs, and it has like disco balls as the pattern, and Mirror Ball is a Taylor Swift song, and I just thought it worked for the spread. So I've used that in, I think it's like a sparkly holographic, and I also have custom scripts from my shop. And speaking of Beth, we have actually done like a collab for this plan with me because she has uploaded her spread as well for the same week. So if you want to go and see her rendition of the same week, obviously it's only really going to be similar for like the weekend when we were together. But yeah, I will link that down below so you can see her spread as well. So moving on to the base, this was very overwhelming for me to film because like I say, we really wanted to colour block it to be the eras. So what we ended up doing was each of the columns of the planner, so there's 8, were an era, and then because we needed 11, we did the date covers as debut, and the bottom washi was the Tortured Poets department, and then the sidebar was Fearless, Monday Speak Now, Tuesday Red, Wednesday 1989, Thursday Rep, and then Friday Lover, which was the day we went to the concert. And then for Saturday, I combined Evermore and Folklore because that's what Taylor did for like this European leg of the tour, because Tortured Poets department was out for this leg and not the previous legs. She combined them, and I think she called it either Folkmore or what did she call it? Folkmore or Everlore. Was it? Something like that. Anyway, we ended up calling it Folkmore most of the time. So that's why I combined those two colours for Saturday, and then Sunday it was Midnights. I tried to make sure that when I designed the kit that each era had kind of a box. They don't necessarily always match the colour, but I tried to like make sure the contents of the box kind of matched what each day was going to be, so that I had a dedicated box basically. So I tried to take that into account when I like laid the stickers down. And then I've also done more of a like classic 3 glitter header per day, like very structured base, because well, one, I really wanted to like lay down my whole base before I did the plans because I thought that would be easier with the colour blocking and figuring out where the boxes were going to go. But also I was speaking to, I can't remember who, it was definitely Beth and like a few other people at the Southwest Planner Club meet, and they were saying how much they love doing the base, and like I really don't like doing the base of a spread. I find it really stressful. Like my favourite part is putting all the plans down and picking the stickers and like the little icons and stuff. But I thought maybe it's because my base is not always the same each time and I kind of wing it. So I thought let's go back to like the old school way of doing it, because this is how I used to plan in my Erin Condren when it had like the 3 boxes and the like coloured in headers. So I was like, let's go back to that and see how it feels. So I did that and I actually really liked it, and I definitely see the appeal of doing a base when it is kind of more obvious where things are going to go. So I might try and like keep that up for a few weeks and see if it's something that I want to like completely switch to doing again. But in my sidebar, I put a little sticker that says in my eras era, and I also used the squidge from the Stick with the Planco like eras sheet. And then I put my surprise songs in the sidebar, which I completely stole from Beth because she's had her spread done for ages and I really dragged my feet doing it. I think I was a little bit like scared that it wasn't going to come out as good as hers, or just like that it wouldn't like live up to how it was in my head. But yeah, I put the surprise songs in the sidebar because that's what she did, and I thought that's a good thing to put in the sidebar because otherwise it's going to be like not really yellow enough, because I don't tend to use my sidebar. I would normally just stick full boxes in there. So our surprise songs were Hits Different and Death by a Thousand Cuts, and my reaction when she sung these, like, so I had started to make a list of my like dream surprise songs, and then I stopped myself because one, I realised that I was going to be going on forever, and 2, every night, like, because we watched the live streams of like the other concerts because we are not casual fans. And every time like I would hear the surprise songs from the other concerts, I was always like, oh, I would have been happy with those as well. So I basically realised that it didn't really matter, like whatever surprise songs I got are probably going to be songs that I would be like, oh my god, I love them. But when I was making my list, It's Different and Death by a Thousand Cuts were both like super high on my list, and then the fact that we got them together in a mashup is just like absolutely unreal. So I was so excited. And then our piano songs, oh my god, I can't breathe. Our piano songs were The Black Dog, which was also on my list, Come Back, Be Here, and Maroon. So in total we had 5 surprise songs, and I actually went to see the Eras tour twice, and I also got 5 surprise songs there, which is weird because quite often it's just like 2 mashed up together. So it's like that audio where it's like if I had 2 nickels for something, but it's weird that it happened twice. I've really butchered that, but yeah, super weird. Anyway, let's move on to the plans because it's Monday. So this actually wasn't that long after my anniversary sale, so we'd had like a week, and then this Monday was the day where I did like a lot of orders to try and get like the vast majority of them out. In my head, I really had wanted to have them all done by the time we went to see Taylor, and I almost got them all done, not like 100%, but like enough that I was kind of happy that I was on track. So this Monday was a really busy order packing day, and Tom helped me a lot with various tasks. One thing we've realised is really helpful is if he packs like doodles and scripts for orders, and then I pack the rest of the order, so we kind of like divide and conquer, and that works really well. So he did that for me this day, and he also cut a load of customs, which was super helpful. And then I collated some freebies, which I marked with a little bow sticker because I designed these because I was like, really want some like icons that aren't really too specific but work for kind of miscellaneous tasks, and the bow is just super cute, so that's my new kind of miscellaneous work task doodle. So I marked that this was a very productive day for us, and I was very happy that we got so much done. And I also just marked that we packed so many orders because we got loads more done than I had expected. And then in the evening, I started to make super tiny friendship bracelets for my Apple Watch. So I'd seen a TikTok where someone had made them and they looked so cute. And instead of doing like words on them, like you know how people were making the friendship, like on the picture on on the full box on Monday with the friendship bracelets with the letters, for like Speak Now, I would just use like an S and an N, and it would be a really tiny friendship bracelet. And they were really cute. They were really annoying to make, but I'd done like half of them, so I ended up finishing them the next day. And they were so uncomfortable to actually wear on your watch, so I don't actually think I wore them to the concert because they like dig into your skin because obviously you wear your watch quite tight. So they were really cute but not very practical, but it was nice to make them just because they looked cute together. Then moving on to Tuesday, I marked that we did more orders in the morning, and I've used a little like Happy Mail sticker to mark that. And then I marked that I had my nail appointment for my Eras nails. So I had timed this so that it fell right before we were going, and I did basically each nail was a different colour. And then because she'd now added the Tortured Poets department, so it was 11 colours and I only have 10 fingers, we split Folklore and Evermore like I did in the spread, and that kind of inspired how I split it in the spread. But I saw someone else do that on their nails, and they literally just like painted a line right through the middle and did them like either side. So that is how I had my nails for the tour, and very naively I was like, oh, maybe I can film this spread with those nails and it would look really fun, and like it would have. But how late am I filming this? It's October, so that was a really nice pipe dream for me. But I think the lovely thing about memory planning is that you don't have to keep up with it in real time, and I do sometimes kind of beat myself up about being quite behind, but it's actually really nice to have like the gap and be able to like relive the spread, because this was such an exciting spread for me to plan, well, back plan I guess, because I got to kind of like relive all those memories that I haven't really looked at in a couple of months, whereas if I'd done this straight away, maybe it would have been like, you know, not quite the same experience. But anyway, I got a new lens for my camera this day. I don't know if anyone's interested, but I got the Sony 11mm f1.8, and it's a very wide angle lens, which I really wanted because I have just the kit lens on my camera. Well, I've always had the kit lens on my camera, and I think like the widest it goes is like 16 millimeters, but because my camera is a ASP and not a full frame, it's actually like not quite that narrow, or I don't know if I'm saying the words wrong, but anyway, I got a new lens and I'm very happy with it. It was my gift to myself for Plannerface's 8th birthday, so I marked that that arrived. And then we did a big post run. This was like the major mail drop for the sale orders, and when we went to do the post run, the traffic was absolutely awful, so we went to McDonald's and just got like an early dinner and sat inside and just ate our McDonald's. And they were playing, I can't remember what song it was. Message in a Bottle from Red. It's one of the Vault songs, and I was like, that's so weird that they're playing a Taylor. I mean, it's not that weird because she's like such a big artist, but you know, when you go somewhere and somewhere's playing like an obscure song, and it's just bizarre. But like, I would understand if they were playing like Love Story, because it was a Vault track. I was like, that's really weird. But yeah, we then came home and Joanne and Oakley had told us, so I went to see the gig with Beth, Joanne and Oakley for context, because I'm probably going to mention them by name, and Joanne is Josephine Bow Designs. Yeah, so got home and I don't know if it was Joanne, someone had mentioned about the Forest app, which is basically you can like try and grow a tree while you're not using your phone, and you have to like not get distracted by your phone or your tree dies. So I downloaded that and we did some group tree planting. Then I just marked that I finished the watch bracelets that I'd started the day before. So on to Wednesday, I designed new releases this day because I was kind of going away on like Thursday, Friday, so I had to get them done in advance. Then I printed and cut some premium matte. This would have been for the sale orders because premium matte and customs are like typically the last things that I work on because they have a longer processing time. So I worked on that and I marked it with a little squidge silhouette sticker. So cute. I ordered so many squidges, so you're probably going to see them like so much in spreads, but they just work so well because they match everything. I've tried to colour block my icons as well, and I've done a reasonably good job. I don't think any of them are really like bad. I think the only like non-matching colour would be the dog on Sunday, but it's Aristotle, so he has to be black and tan. So I then worked on listings for the new releases, and I cleaned the bunnies out this day. I just like cleaned out their enclosure, changed their hay and their litter and everything. And then I was starting to feel a bit unprepared for the fact that we were leaving the next day, and I'd started to pack, and I'm not really one for making packing lists, and I'm really trying to become that person. And luckily Beth had taken pictures of her packing list and like sent it to us in our group chat. So I was like, well, I'm going to use your packing list, and basically like copied it and like tweaked it to be my own, and it worked so well. So now I've just basically learned that I need to make like a universal packing list for myself that I can just like adapt each time to, if I'm going somewhere specific, I can add or take things away that I don't need. So that's a really clever idea that I think other people already do. I know Kat does this, and she shared with me her packing list before, but it's so like big, and I know I don't need to take that many things. I think I find it overwhelming. So like I think I need a basic packing list for just like domestic trips, because I don't really go very far. Like I don't really go abroad that much. Weirdly did leave the country this year, which is like unheard of for me, but that's in a future video. Exciting. Stick around for that. Subscribe and like and blah blah blah. All of the YouTube things. And then finally on Wednesday I marked that I was excited for tomorrow because we were driving down to London. So on Thursday, this is the reputation day, so I finished with like the main kit at this point, and I'm now using my extra like colour sheets that I made to match the other eras. So on Thursday, I woke up early and washed my hair. I hate washing my hair outside of my house, so I really didn't want to have to do that while we were travelling. Then I marked that I packed a bag for London, so I hadn't finished my packing the night before. I really tried to, but I hate like, you know, when you know you need things to like use them to get ready, but then you have to pack them. I just can't fully pack the night before, so I marked that I finished doing that. And then I'd ordered this green dress that Taylor had actually worn. I can't remember, I think it was just like when she went out, but it was a really lovely shade of olive green, and I thought I might wear it for the next time that we saw her in August, and I actually did wear it and it looked really good. My costume for this gig was the lavender haze, like big pink fluffy coat and sequin dress. So I was super purple for this one, and then when I saw her in August I did the green dress and I wrapped like ivy around myself and basically the inspiration was the song Ivy. So very creative, but it was like an easy-ish costume that I could do myself. But yeah, so this dress had arrived this day and I really wanted to wear it, but it really wasn't like super practical because it was long sleeved and it was really hot at this point. So the purple fluffy coat was feeling a bit of a weird choice as well, but that was part of the outfit, so I just had to deal with it. And it didn't actually end up being too hot because Joanne was in a fur coat as well, but we were actually okay, so it was just luck, I think, really. We didn't know what the weather was going to be like because it changes so much in England. Then I marked that we drove to London, so Joanne had like driven down with Beth and they picked me up en route, and then we like drove the rest of the way there, and then we met up with Oakley, who lives like in a different direction, so she came and we met her like near the hotel. I can't really remember where we met each other now. Like I don't know if we collected her from somewhere or if I think she got a taxi maybe. I'm gonna have to ask them because it honestly just feels like she wasn't there and then she was and then that was it. I have no idea how that happened. That's so weird. But then we decided we were going to go to Wembley and look at the merch because the merch had opened a day early and it would just made sense to like not do it on the day because we didn't know how busy it was going to be. So we went there and I got a t-shirt. I was really not sure if I wanted a jumper or not. I did later have regrets about not getting the jumper, so when I went the second time I bought it because I really did want it at that point and I'd kind of let it like sit for a few months. And I decided that I did want it and I've worn it honestly so much, so very good purchase actually for me. Then we went to Honest Burger for dinner. I've never been there before, but it was really nice. I feel like I remember we were cold. I think they had like a lot of aircon or something, but it was nice to sit down and like have a bit of a chat and a meal and stuff before heading back to the hotel. Then we just got drinks in the bar and then we went up to, I think it was Joanne and Oakley's room, and we made bracelets, which was really nice. Ready for the big day. So Friday was our concert day and I've done an extender for this because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough room, and I did need the extender in the end to mark everything that I wanted, so that was good. But the first thing I marked was that it was the Eras Tour like concert day, and I've used one of the little squidge stickers with the love heart to mark that. I really wanted to use them in the spread but not too much, so I've used I think a good mix of like Eras squidges, and then I made these little stamp stickers. I used them sort of in the first half of the week to mark them making the watch bracelets, but I made those for my Southwest Planner Club table swaps because a lot of us, I think all of us on that table were Swifties, so I made them because obviously I can't sell anything that's actually like Swifty, but I can make them and gift them. So I use those to mark some things, so I feel like I've got a nice kind of mix of like clip art and stuff like that feels like very authentic to the spread. So I marked that it was the Eras Tour day, and then we had a Premiering breakfast. I know everyone raves about them. I don't know if I've had them enough to really like think they're like a top tier breakfast, but it's just like a, you know, like a normal cooked breakfast, like buffet situation. Although we did have like a weird thing with the like fruit juices. I feel like there was a fly floating in one of them, and we mentioned it to a member of staff, and then they didn't go and change it, and we were just like, okay, we won't have juice then. I think it did later get changed, but like their attitude towards it was just a bit odd, so I don't think we had juice. Then we went back up to the room and we got ready and did our makeup, and Beth let me use some of her purple eyeshadow because I did not have the right tools on me. I feel like I own like 2 eyeshadow palettes and I do not have like fun colours, so we did our like matching makeup for our outfits, and it was so fun to get ready and like listen to music. And while we were getting ready, I don't know if our door was I think our door was propped open because we didn't know if like Joanne and Oakley would like come or go, and someone walked past our room and they chucked friendship bracelets into our hotel room because they heard our like Swiftie music, and then we like ran after them and like traded bracelets, and she gave us some stickers and it was so cute. So yeah, that was our first bracelet trade. Then we filmed a reel. We wanted to do like the getting ready like transition reel. We actually forgot to film the first half, so we filmed the second half this day and then we filmed the first half on Saturday morning. But it worked well because it was the same exact thing, like just basically pre getting ready. We probably looked a bit rougher on the Saturday morning. So yeah, We then booked tickets to go to Swiftageddon at Box Park, which was really fun. I'm glad we actually had something to do before the concert because it was a good opportunity to like trade bracelets and have some drinks and some food and stuff because we were really hungry like after the concert. So if we'd not eaten at Swiftageddon, I think we would have like struggled. So we went to that and they had like bingo and like fun things going on. We didn't really do any of that, but it was just nice to be like in the atmosphere because they were playing music and we got to like spot costumes and stuff. So it was just really nice to go and do that. And then this was so weird. We were walking towards Wembley and I just saw this guy. He had a camera, but I just wanted him to take a picture of like our group in front of like the Wembley Arch with like one of our phones. So we asked him if he would mind doing that and he didn't. So that was nice. And then he was like, would you mind if I take a picture of you? I'm a Rolling Stone like photographer and he's just there to like cover the concert. And we were like, no, that's fine. So he took like professional photos of us like as our little group. And then Joanne had this really amazing like I think she used body paint to do it. It was basically like a back tattoo because she was the You Need to Calm Down Taylor from the music video where she has like the butterflies on her back. And he took a picture of Joanne and it was so cool. And he later emailed me the pictures and he got them to me in like 2 days. It was ridiculous like how like amazing he was. We later then also saw like the photos that he'd taken from like inside the concert because they were shared on like Taylor Swift's account. We were like, wow, we met that guy. It was so cool. So yeah, he was just lovely. Then when we actually got inside Wembley, I still don't know why this happened, but we'd like scanned our tickets and we'd gone in and then there was honestly this is such a blur, there was a lady inside and she basically just said like, do you want to sit closer? And she led us through this like, it was like a staff door and we were supposed to be on like the 5th like tier and she basically took us to like tier 1 and we were like row 12 and she was like, do you want to sit here? And we were like, yeah. And I thought it was a scam. We just kind of followed her blindly, but she had the physical tickets and she was like, here you go. And she was like, if you're not happy, like you can go and sit where you want to sit. Like she was very like nice. And I think because we were just so like frazzled by like what was happening, just the excitement of the day, we were like, what is going on? So we ended up sitting so close. It was unreal. We could like see her with our literal eyes because like when you go to such a big concert like that, you know that you're going to be watching the screen most of the time, but the fact that we watched her with our eyes on the stage is just unreal. So that was just such a weird thing. I can't believe that happened. Then I marked that it was obviously so good with a little mirror ball squidge. And we also saw Travis and Jason, like Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce, because we were on the side with the VIP tent and they just like walked past like all the time. Well, not all the time, but like frequently. And we saw like a bunch of other celebrities. We saw Stella McCartney. Is it Stella or is it the other one? Linda? One of them. I don't know. I'm not great with my celebrities, I'll be honest. And then we saw, I think it was the drummer from Foo Fighters. Again, I don't know who that person is, but other people were really excited. It was just so... Cara Delevingne, I think we saw. So yeah, it was just such a good celebrity spotting spot where we were. And then we made our way home, which was not the best. Like, I think getting out of Wembley is always going to be a bit of a nightmare because it's so busy. But we got home and then me and Beth were really hungry, so we Ubered a McDonald's to the hotel. So moving on to Saturday, this was like the hangover day from the Eras tour. Like I didn't drink, but you still feel like the post-concert like sadness. But we had the premiere room breakfast again and we could have a little bit of a debrief, which was nice. Then we had to go and pack ready to check out and we had to finish our reel because we'd done like the second half. We had to do the first half and we managed to like edit them together pretty well, so I don't think you could tell that we completely forgot to do the first half. Then Joanne drove me home and I watched the qualifying with Tom. To be honest, I do not remember which race this was. Formula One wasn't really like the main thing about this week, like normally it is, but the Eras tour kind of won. So I didn't even mark like what race it was. I didn't mark watching the race on Sunday. I didn't mark who won. Normally I would, but nope, not a focus for this week. But when I got back, for some reason, I decided today would be the day that I tackle the curtains in the office. And it was because it was so hot and I was like, if I get some like thermal curtains. Not only will they keep the heat in the winter, they'll reflect the sun and keep the room cooler in the summer, which, yes, good logic from me. But I was like, I'm going to do this project right now today, and we have to get the curtains today. So I measured my like window, my double door, like whatever it is, French door things in the office for the curtains. Went to Argos, and the Argos description on their curtains is the wording is, I'm not even going to say it's ambiguous, it's just wrong. So they say that their door curtains are a pair, and I understand that a door curtain could refer to a single door, like a back door now, but because I'm doing it for French doors, and I just thought door was referring to like the length, because they are a different standard length than the other curtains are in like lengths. So I bought what said it was a pair of curtains, got home, like got ready to hang them, and it was one single door curtain. So I don't know if I did this today or if it was a different day, but I took them back to Argos, and then they were really funny with me about it. The fact that I tried to return an open pack, but it was because it wasn't what it said it was. Like, I would have had it if it had been 2, but they didn't have 2 in stock. I would have had to order it and like wait for it to come in, or have 2 separate colours, which like would have been silly. So I was just really annoyed about this, and I think I was probably a bit tired, and it like annoyed me and upset me more than it should have that they were the wrong size. So yeah, I was just like not having it for that day. Then on Sunday, I marked that I was extra tired, and that's probably like because I tried to do too much on the Saturday. So I marked that with a Papershire bunny, and I cut some more premium mat this day. I did maybe was like the rest of the sale orders, which I marked with a little like ink droplet doodle sticker. Oh yeah, because then the next thing I marked was that I packed more sale orders, and I had tried to order some replacement curtains that would come on the Sunday from John Lewis, and I'd paid like extra for delivery, and it said they were going to come, and they didn't. So I was on the John Lewis live chat, like basically asking where they were, and annoyingly, I don't think I actually did this in the end, I forgot. I was supposed to ring them to get my like express delivery refunded, because I checked out using Google Pay and they can't refund that online, and I just completely forgot. I've only just remembered that now. So I didn't get my express delivery refunded, which is annoying, but the curtains came on Monday, I think. So, and they were fine. They were like what they should have been. They were not misdescribed. But the whole point of me wanting to do it like on the weekend was because we were having such hot weather, and I really wanted to try and block it. But anyway, I then marked that I asked our dog walker to walk Ari. I think this is while I was away at Plannerface. And then I just marked that it was so warm. And then very excitingly on the Sunday during the Eras Tour stream, so this would have been like Wembley Night 3, Travis came on stage during I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, and he dressed up as like part of the skit that she does before the song, and it was just really cute, so I marked that. So this is what I have left from the like foil bundle and the kit, and then here is my completed spread. I am absolutely in love with it. It was so worth the wait. Like I don't know why I was so like reluctant to film it, because it looks amazing. If I do say so myself. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're a Swiftie, let me know down below what your favourite era is, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!